Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are live for Sunday Night Football between the Ravens and the Patriots. Game started a few minutes ago, and I just got a notification. Derrick Henry scored a touchdown. I've got him on my fantasy team, so that's good, but bad news, we didn't see it because I'm on too late. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Sorry I'm on so late. Looks like it's about 7-0 Ravens. Give me 1 second. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Sorry I'm on wait. Alright, let's get this up. So yeah, it's 7-0 Ravens. And the Patriots get the football back. Or they get the football. And let me pull up the chat. But again, sorry I'm on so late. Let me pull up the chat and put out a poll. I'll let you guys know my score prediction in a second as well. Alright, there's the poll, Patriots or Ravens. Be sure to vote on that. The first play from scrimmage here for the Patriots is a quick throw to Mac Hollins for getting about 7. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright. So it's 7-0 Ravens. It was a 29-yard rushing touchdown for Derrick Henry to get them on the board and get the game's first points. Sorry about the Giants game, but probably for the best. Yeah, I'm happy we lost. Now, I'm really worried about next week when we play the Ravens, because, or the Raiders, because, oh my, are they bad. The Giants might actually win that game, which would not be good. So it's 2nd and 3, handoff to Ramondre Stevenson for a first down, gained about 5, maybe 6 yards. But yeah, a loss is definitely best for the Giants right now. So a 1st and 10 here for the Patriots on their own 49. May in shotgun back to his right. May gonna look to throw. And Drake May steps up plenty of time. Throws deep down the field. It is... that caught? It's caught by Stephon Diggs at the 26-yard line. I don't know how he held on to that. But it makes a nice play. Great protection up front for Drake May with a lot of time. And great catch by Stephon Diggs to hold on through the big hit. That's going to be a fun game. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. Diggs actually looks like he hurt his shoulder on that play. So hopefully he's okay. He looks okay, but now he's going to come out. Still can't believe you got rid of Sam Darnold, man. Still can't get over that. Yeah, that one definitely doesn't look so good, considering Darnold's playing really well with the Seahawks. So Stephon Diggs will go to the sideline and get looked at for a potential shoulder injury. Patriots go Wildcat here. Ramondre Stevenson set to take the direct snap. And Stevenson flips it back to Travion Henderson. No, he doesn't. Fakes flipping it back. He keeps it himself. And Stevenson picks up about 6 yards. Getting it to the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. That's definitely a play they'll probably come back to later and actually flip it to Henderson later in the game. So it's 2nd down here for the Patriots. They gave him 7 on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 3. 9:45 to go in the opening quarter. May under center. Henderson is the back. And they'll hand it off. Travion Henderson is not going to find a ton of space. We'll gain about 2. Make it 3rd and short. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, that Bears game was insane. I was watching the end of that last night. I mean, I did not expect him to get the onside kick. Even on the touchdown to tie it, I thought Caleb Williams just threw it out of the back of the end zone. I thought he overthrew him, but yeah, that was a crazy finish. So 3rd and 1, and we got a timeout called. The Patriots call a timeout. The first timeout's been by either side here in the first quarter. The fumble also didn't help. Oh yeah, on 4th down, I assume you mean? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Definitely not help their chances. Was satisfying as a Vikings fan. Yeah, I didn't see a ton of that game. Only saw like the final 5 minutes of the 4th quarter and overtime, but it was entertaining from what I saw. Megan looked to throw here on 3rd and 1. Floats one. End zone incomplete. Trying to get it to Hunter Henry, who had to go through his hands, and it's 4th down. Kyle Van Noy, who's usually an edge rusher, rushing the passer, ends up matched up with Hunter Henry in man coverage. Actually has a really nice job in coverage. So a 4th and short for the Patriots. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it. May going to sneak it, and he's going to get a 1st down. Gain of about 2, getting another 15. And they move the sticks. The defense was tired, but the game should not have gone to overtime. Yeah. The onside kick should have been recovered, and then the 4th down play to tie it for the Bears. I don't even know what happened there. I guess some kind of just miscommunication in the secondary. So 1st and 10. Here's a toss. Henderson right side, looking for blockers, and he's not going to get any blockers. And he'll get taken down for a loss of 3 on the play. Caleb just has some crazy arm, though, to be honest. Yeah, he played pretty well last night. That throw to win the game was insane. That was a great throw. He's had a really good second year in the NFL. So 2nd and 13. May, rolling right, on the run. May just heads it to bounds at the line of scrimmage. Most likely play the Bears in the playoffs. Oh, that's right. I didn't even think of that. Because the Bears beat the 2 and the Packers beat the 7. That would be a fun matchup. And both games have been close so far. I would not mind seeing that game for a 3rd time. You got the Patriots here, 26-23. Okay, I don't even remember what score I said. I know I took the Patriots. Maybe... I'm not sure what I said. I'll check that in a second. So 3rd and 14 for the Patriots. May, quickly pressured, escapes, rolling right, throws, intercepted! Picked off by Marlon Humphrey at the 4-yard line. Wow. Drake May gets picked off. It almost would have been better if he got sacked. As the Patriots turn it over with 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. May throws it low and behind the intended receiver Booty. And they turn it over inside the red zone. That's a big turnover right there. Alright, let me check my prediction for the game. Jags look legit as well. Yeah, they look pretty good. Win over the Broncos. They look great as well. I mean, I still don't know how good they are. Like, I think they're good. I don't know if they're elite, but they are playing really well. Alright, let's see. This game, I got a similar score. I took the Patriots 26-20. So almost the same. I think I've been pretty good predicting so far this week. Let's see. So far, this week I'm 9-5. So not great, not terrible. We took the Patriots tonight and the 49ers tomorrow. I'm loving this year of football. Yeah, it's been crazy. All the teams we thought would be good are not great. All the teams we thought would be not great are pretty good. It's been wild. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully some new teams in Super Bowl. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Chiefs won't be in. I was just about to say that. The Chiefs won't be there, and it doesn't look like the Eagles are going to be there either from the NFC. Although, I mean, you never know. They'll always be in the playoffs, unlike the Chiefs. But I don't think they're a Super Bowl caliber team, at least with how they've been playing. But yeah, it'll definitely be refreshing to see somebody new. But a 1st and 10 here from the 4-yard line. Jackson hands off Henry to the right side, and Derrick Henry will gain 4, maybe 5 yards. You want to see the Bills have their year, or it would be funny to see Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bills. I definitely want to see Josh Allen win a Super Bowl at some point. I just don't know if they have the team this year. I think there's just too many weaknesses. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Seahawks. Here's a toss. Henry to the left side. And Derrick Henry makes the guy miss, and he's got a 1st down here. Gain of about 6. And the Ravens move the sticks. Derrick Henry, he had a 21-yard touchdown in the opening drive. He is now 3rd all-time on rushing touchdowns of at least 20 yards. He's got 25 in his career. A few of them have actually been 90 plus. So Jackson and shotgun. They got Mitchell lined up to his left. Not really sure who that is. But they're going to hand it to him here to the right side. And Mitchell gets a block from Rashad Bateman and picks up about 5. This year is really a mystery. There's so many options of who it could be. Last year was kind of set from the start. Yeah, I mean, last year you knew who the good teams were, at least going to the playoffs. This year, I mean, there's just so many options. And, like, I think the weird part is, I don't know if anyone's really elite. I think everyone is just like really good, but nothing amazing. Like I feel like everyone's like pretty good this year, but there's no one dominant team. Here's a handoff to Mitchell again for about 3 yards. So it's a 3rd and 2. Jackson in shotgun, Mitchell to his right. And here's a handoff, Mitchell up the middle. And he's going to get carried forward for a first down. Needed 2, got just more than, just about that, a little bit more. At the first down. This year, Kuzbot's kick already goated. Yeah, I mean, that was a weird one. Of the Giants, they've actually found a kicker who can make field goals, so I'll take it. Or at least he was able to make kicks today. Who knows if that'll be the same thing next week. So 1st and 10 from the 25. Lamar going to look to throw. And throw it over the middle. That's caught by Flowers in stride. And he picks up 14 to the 39-yard line. Nice play right there for the Ravens. And they're able to move the sticks. So far, results in the poll, everyone said the Patriots will win. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. I took the Patriots 26-20. Lamar going to look to throw here, rolling to his right. And now he sets his feet and throws over the middle. That's caught by Mark Andrews. And Andrews inside Patriot territory to the 43. And another nice pickup for the Ravens. Back-to-back good pass plays. And they're inside Patriot territory. We got 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's been a pretty good start for the Ravens so far. Obviously, the opening drive touchdown, then they forced May into a turnover in the red zone. And now that's been a good drive as well. We got play stopped here for some reason. Maybe an injury timeout or something. I'm not sure, but they head to commercial. But if there is an injury, hopefully he's okay. Let's see, maybe we can figure it out. Let's see. We also pull up the box score for the game because they haven't done that yet. Yeah, Farmer got hurt. A defensive guy for the Patriots. I heard the Patriots defense is banged up. Well, that would only add to the list of injuries. Yeah, I know they're without Robert Spillane. Milton Williams is on IR, but that's really all I can think of right now. Although maybe there's more. Joshua Farmer, a defensive lineman, is the injured player for the Patriots. Hopefully he's okay. I'm looking up the defensive injuries right now. Yeah, oh yeah, they had a bunch of guys listed on the injury report, but they're all playing. Christian Barmore, Harold Landry, Carlton Davis, and Marcus Jones are all playing. Although, I mean, still might not be 100%, so that is definitely still something to keep an eye on. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of teams dealing with some big injuries right now. Alright, they're back from commercial here. And the first play is a toss to Henry to the left side. And Derrick Henry going to carry a defender with him for about 6 yards. Nice run right there. Derrick Henry got off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but he's really picked it up. Let me pull up his numbers. I mean, he hasn't been dominant like he was last year when he was, I believe, second in the NFL in rushing, but still having a nice season. He's already over 1,000 yards, 1,125 yards coming into the game. Averaging 78 yards a game. He gets it again here. Henry with the first down to the 31. Ball came out. Henry fumbles. Right when I talk about him picking it up after a slow start, which was one of his problems in the beginning of the year, fumbles. He fumbles right here, and the Patriots have it. Wow. Henry loses a fumble. And the Patriots force the turnover. It is definitely a fumble out before he's down. That is his third lost fumble of the season, which is tied for most in the NFL. But he had fumbled 3 times in the first 3 games, lost 2 of them. Hadn't fumbled since, and then he loses one right here. So not ideal right there for Derrick Henry and the Ravens. The Patriots offense back on the field. Drake May throws to the outside. It's caught by Mac Hollins for getting about 4. So it's 2nd and 7. May in shotgun. Stevenson is the back line to his right. May gonna look to throw. Pump fake. And now Drake May gonna try to run. And he'll gain about 3, maybe 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd down. An injury update for the Patriots offense. Right tackle Morgan Moses is questionable to return with a knee injury. Hopefully he's okay. It's an offensive line 30 pretty banged up without left tackle Will Campbell. And I believe they're without their left guard, who I forgot his name, but I think they're without him as well. So it's 3rd and 4. Ravens show blitz. And they'll bring 3. May looks to throw, has time, lots of it. May, dancing around, rolling to his right, now gets pressured, flag comes in, and Drake May just throws it away. You got 14 seconds left in the first quarter. And we got defensive holding here. So it's going to give the Patriots an automatic first down. They called against Marlon Humphrey, number 44. And that's a big penalty because it gives him first down. So after the penalty, he puts the ball on the 43-yard line. And a handoff to Travion Henderson. And he splits a couple of defenders and gains 6. And that also brings us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, the Ravens lead 7-0. And they get off to a decent start. Although both teams turn it over once. And it's a 7-0 Ravens lead at the end of the first quarter. Ravens in that first quarter, 129 yards, Patriots at 57. Derrick Henry ran for 50 yards on 7 carries in that first quarter. Ravens also averaging 9.2 yards per play. Patriots at 4.4. But we wait for them to come back from commercial, entering the second quarter. It's a pretty big game for both teams in terms of their playoff races. I think we beat the Ravens next week. Probably. I mean, that's definitely one of the tougher games. But I would say probably, at least right now. But I mean, the Ravens, they really need this game because if they lose tonight, that drops them to 7-8. They got the Packers next week. That drops them to 7-9, and they finish the season with the Steelers. So, I mean, if they go 7-9, or if they drop to 7-9 and lose this week and next week, they can't win the division because the worst the Steelers can go is 9-8. Yeah, that would not be good for the Ravens. Especially a pretty tough remaining schedule. Got to win one of them. And then for the Patriots, really, I think the Ravens need to win 2. Yeah, they need to win 2 games. Then for the Patriots, they can, after the Broncos lost today, they can tie the Broncos for the top seed in the conference again. If they win this game. Because both of them will be 12-3. And I believe they'll also clinch the division with a win, but I'm not sure on that. Steelers-Ravens game is so massive. Yeah, that's a huge game, Week 18. Could potentially decide the division, depending on what happens tonight and next week. But we start the second quarter here. It's a 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. May under center. Henderson is the back, and they'll hand it off to Henderson straight ahead, who picks up 4 and is just short of a first down. We got a flag on the play, though. So let's see here. And we got an illegal formation against the Patriots. That'll back them up 5. One of the receivers was supposed to be on the ball. So it's 2nd and 9 after the penalty. Oh, by the way, Stephon Diggs saw him hurt his shoulder before he's back on the field. So Megan will look to throw, and he'll throw underneath. That pass is caught by Hollins for a gain of 7. Getting it to the Ravens 49. So 3rd and short. Could potentially be 4 down territory for the Patriots, depending on what you do here on 3rd down. The motion, Henderson out wide. Empty backfield here for Drake May. 3rd and 2. May gonna look to throw. Ravens bring 4. May underneath. Call for a first down. Hunter Henry makes the catch. Gain of 5 to the 44-yard line, and the Patriots move to 6. Solid pickup right there as they convert on 3rd down. So it's now 1st and 10 from the 45. May under center. Gonna hand off. Henderson makes a guy. Oh, tried to make a guy miss in the backfield, but Kyle Hamilton takes him down. Nice tackle right there. I thought he was gonna get around him, but it brings up 2nd and 12. So after a loss on first down, brings up second and second and 13. May design roll to his right, on the run. May looking, running out of space, and he just throws it away. So it's third and 13. May in shotgun. Ramondre Stevenson is the back line to his right. From the Raven 47, play clock winding down. They'll get it off. May looks to throw. Has plenty of time. May throws over the middle and is called for a first down. Mac Hollins to the 26-yard line. Another catch for him here in the first half. And they move the sticks on third and long. A nice throw, nice catch. Very nice third down pickup right there. Mac Hollins 4 for 38 so far. Play action here. May looks to throw. Takes a shot downfield. It is caught inside the 5 at the 2-yard line. Caught by number 81. I'm not sure who that is. But it's a first and goal for the Patriots. Another nice play for the offense. Oh, it's Austin Hooper. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. It's a back shoulder throw. A nice throw and catch, and it's first and goal from the 2-yard line for the Patriots. Drake May on this drive, 5 of 6 for 62 yards. First and goal from the 1. May, rolling right, flips it into the end zone, called for a touchdown. Hunter Henry makes the catch, and the Patriots about to tie it up. A great drive for the Patriots. Couple big third down conversions. It's a 10-play, 68-yard drive that take 5:26 off the clock. And it's about to be tied up at 7. Just an easy play right there for Drake May. If the defender sits back and plays the receiver, he'll run it himself. Otherwise, he just flips it over their head. And that's exactly what he does. So it's 7-7. As we're tied here with about 10 minutes to go in the first half. A nice drive for the for the Patriots. I don't know why I keep doing that. But it's a nice drive for the Patriots as they're able to capitalize off the Derrick Henry fumble. And they tied up at 7 with 11:17 to go in the first half. So far, results in the poll, everyone has said the Patriots. Be sure to vote if you've not already done so. I took the Patriots 26-20. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Best drive of the day by a lot. Actually, not necessarily, but it's a good drive. Because the Patriots, they did have that good drive before. But then they obviously threw the interception in the red zone. But their best drive, they got points for the first time. And we are tied up at 7. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Game is tied, and we'll have to see how the Ravens respond. They've been moving the ball really well offensively. Just a turnover has really prevented them from extending their lead on the last drive. But the offense has played pretty well. Hold on 1 second. Alright, they're back from commercial here. The Ravens will get it back. Game tied at 7. And we'll see what their offense can do this time. So the Patriots set to kick it off. 11:17 to go in the first half. So the kick is away. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback and will be brought out to the 35. But the Ravens, with the ball on the 35, great starting field position after the touchback. Derrick Henry not in the game right now, although he has run it well before the fumble. Lamar throws outside, it is incomplete. Looking for DeAndre Hopkins. But Derrick Henry lost his third fumble of the year on that previous drive. Here's a handoff to Mitchell, and Keaton Mitchell getting about a yard, if that. And it's a quick third down right here for the Ravens. And injury update for the Patriots. Defensive lineman Farmer left the game earlier. He's got a hamstring injury, and his return is questionable. So 3rd and 9. Jackson looks to throw, gets pressure, throws outside, incomplete. Looking for Rashad Bateman, who just kept running down the field, and it's 4th down. So it'll be a quick 3 and out. And the Patriots will get the ball right back. But it's the worst drive of the day for the Ravens offense by a mile. And a nice drive for the Patriot defense. So Marcus Jones back deep to receive. In his 4th year, he already brought 1 back for a touchdown this year, maybe 2. He brought 3 back in his career. The punt is away. And Jones lets this one bounce at the 29. And we'll take a Ravens bounce down to the 25. So that is where the Patriots take over for their next possession. Game tied at 7, 10:21 to go in the first half. Well, that was a quick drive for the Ravens. I don't even think they had the ball for a minute. Yeah, that drive, 3 plays, 1 yard, 56 seconds. With an incompletion, then a 1-yard run, and then another incompletion. So the Patriots will get it right back. They've moved the ball pretty effectively on their 2 drives. Both of them 10 plays. The other are 145 yards and an interception. The other 68 yards and a touchdown. That's 5.6 yards per play, 113 total yards for the Patriots. And if they didn't turn it over in the red zone before, who knows? They could be winning right now. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Hold on 1 second. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Ravens will get it back at the 25-yard line. The Patriots get it back. Why do I keep confusing them? Well, next Sunday we got the Bears and 49ers. That'll be an interesting one. May looks to throw here. Throws outside. That pass is caught by Douglas. And he's knocked to the bounds after a gain of about 6. Drake May coming into the week. 71% completion percentage, which is best in the NFL. And his average depth of completion is 7.3 yards downfield, which is second deepest in the NFL. Although that one obviously was just a simple swing pass caught behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 4. May, hands off, and not much space for Ramondre Stevenson. We'll gain about a yard and brings up 3rd and 3. Drake May on that last drive went 6 of 7 for 63 yards and a touchdown. May in shotgun here, back to his left. On 3rd and 3, he'll look to throw. May has time, steps in with throw over the middle. It's caught by Diggs in stride. Stephon Diggs inside Raven territory, forced to bounce at the 35-yard line. And a big first down for the Patriots. Nice big play right there. Again, great blocking up front. And Drake May had all day to throw that. So it's a 1st and 10 from the 35. May looks to throw here. And he checks down here to Travion Henderson. Makes a guy miss, and Henderson picks up 8 there on 1st down. Maybe a 9th yard right there, too. So it's 2nd and 1. And here's a sneak for Drake May, and the move the sticks there on 2nd and short. So it's a 1st and 10 here for the Patriots after they move the sticks in the quarterback sneak. So the ball now on the 25. They've already taken from their own 25 to the Raven 25 on this drive. Henderson makes one guy miss, can't break free from a second tackler, and he's taken down after getting just a yard. Oh no, Travion Henderson's hurt. Oh no, hopefully he's okay. So he's down on the field. They check on him and they go to commercial. Man, hopefully he's okay. That'd be a huge loss to the Patriots offense. He had a really good year. And I mean, they didn't even use him for the first half of the year. But Travion Henderson is still run for 773 yards and 7 touchdowns on 5.4 yards per carry. And he has another 212 receiving yards. But man, that would be a huge loss. Hopefully he's okay. Although it doesn't look great for him right now. But that would be a big loss if he ends up missing time. Or I mean, even just missing the game. Because I mean, Ramondre Stevenson's not terrible. 374 yards, 3 touchdowns today, or this year. He's also battled injuries throughout the year, but he's just not great. I mean, only averaging 3.5 yards a carry. Not the most efficient runner. On the season, his best game was 88 yards and a touchdown, which came against the Titans. But hopefully Travion Henderson is okay. And it'll be a 2nd and 9 for the Patriots when they come back from commercial. So far, results in the poll, everyone has still said the Patriots will win. Again, be sure to vote if you've not already done so. My prediction for the game, I took the Patriots 26-20. We got a report from the NFL about the offensive pass interference against Amon-Ra St. Brown. Wow, that's long. I'll read that later. Oh, so that was a crazy play to end that game. But 2nd and 9. May trying to escape. He got sacked. He gets dragged down for also about 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and long here for the Patriots. Draymond Jones gets the sack. And they're finally able to get some pressure on Drake May. He's had a lot of time for the most part of this game. 3rd and 12 here. The motion digs across formation. Ravens show blitz. And with the play clock winding down, the Patriots call a timeout. It's the 2nd timeout they've spent here in the first half. 5:48 to go in the 2nd quarter. But it'll be a 3rd and 13 for the Patriots. Not an easy one right here. I'm sorry, 3rd and 12 it is. So May in shotgun. Ravens bring 5. May takes a shot. Downfield, incomplete. Not on the same page with the receiver. His receiver ran a comeback. May threw the go ball. And it's 4th down. Mac Hollins, the intended receiver. And now we got an injured Patriot lineman down the play. This is now a pretty banged up offensive line. They're already without Will Campbell. I believe that's their backup left tackle. Or sorry, that's their backup right tackle. Who just got hurt. Who's already in the game because Morgan Moses left the game before with an injury. But I hope they're all okay. And that could be a big problem for the Patriots moving forward. Playing with your 2nd string left tackle and 3rd string right tackle. So a 45-yard field goal try on 4th down. It is good. As it's right down the middle. And the Patriots, they take their first win of the day. And they lead 7-0. So they're up 10-7 with 5:40 to go in the first half. Another pretty good drive for the Patriots. But that drive for the Patriots, they go... Hold on, let me find it. Alright, now I can't find it because it won't load. But anyway, pretty good drive. They get from roughly their own 25 to the Ravens' 25 before they settle for 3. As it is now 10-7. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Alright, but we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Now 10-7. And the Ravens will get it back down for the first time. Alright, so they're back from commercial break. We got 5:39 to go in the first half. Ravens will get it back. So the kickoff is away, and again it goes through the end zone for a touchback. And will be brought out to the 35. Not sure why the Patriots have done that on the last 2 kickoffs. Unless the Ravens have a really good returner that I can't think of. I'm not sure. So it's a 1st and 10 here from the 35. Jackson under center. Hands off here. Derrick Henry straight up the middle. And he gains 6 yards. Didn't see him at all here on that last drive. But he gets the carry in the first play of this drive. Lamar Jackson not run nearly as much this year. And his average speed 15 miles an hour from weeks 1 through 4. But since coming back from that injury, he's at just 11 miles an hour on his average rush. Here's a handoff. Henry again. And this time he gets stuffed at the line. No gain. But this Ravens offense really hasn't been quite as good as you'd think. I mean, they're still good, but just not amazing. I think Lamar Jackson running could be part of that. So it's 3rd and 4. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Lamar going to look to throw. Lamar has time. Throws outside. Call for a first down. Zay Flowers makes the catch. And a first down for the Ravens. Zay Flowers with his 4th catch. Lamar 5 of 7 for 75 yards. Dancing around here. Rolling to his left. Jackson on the run. Throws downfield incomplete. Mark Andrews, the intended receiver. But he threw it too far out of bounds, and it's 2nd and 10. That's his 3rd incompletion. We got 3:40 to go in the first half. With a 10-7 Patriot lead. Lamar in shotgun back to his left. They bring Rashad Bateman across the formation. And Jackson pulls us in the option, trying to get to the outside. Makes the guy miss. And he's then taken down for getting about 4. How about them Jaguars? Yeah, they look pretty good. A big win over the Broncos today. They're now on 6 in a row. They look really good. Definitely did not expect them to be anywhere near this good coming into the season. But they're a team, they're playing well at the right time. I don't really think anyone's going to want to play them in the playoffs. So 3rd and 6 here. Lamar gets pressure. Throws outside. Caught by DeAndre Hopkins for a first down. To the Patriot 40. And they move the sticks. And Trevor Lawrence, he's also playing really well. He threw 3 touchdowns this week, 5 last week. Also ran for 1 last week. He's playing really well also. Lots of touchdowns, not many turnovers over the last few weeks. Jackson to throw here, plenty of time. And he throws over the middle. That's caught by the tight end Charlie Kohler to the 24-yard line. Another Raven first down. And that'll probably take us to the 2-minute warning. A 7-play, 42-yard drive so far. That's taken about 3:40 off the clock. And that does bring us to the 2-minute warning. Bills eked out a win against the Browns. Yeah, I saw that. They were not very impressive. 23-20 against the Browns is definitely nothing too crazy. But, I mean, they did win. Looking at the stats right now. The run defense, again, was a problem for the Bills. What, 160 rushing yards? I really think the run defense is going to hold back this Bills team from making a deep playoff run. Because when you're allowing like 150 plus rushing yards a game, you're just not really going to get consistent stops. And then you're going to rely on your offense to score 40 points a game. Which, I mean, is just not really a consistent method for success. Like, you can win a few games scoring 40 points, but if you end up with multiple games, you're just not going to go on a deep playoff run like that. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The Ravens still have all 3 timeouts. Patriots have 1. And the Patriots also get the ball to start the second half. So you'd imagine they should be able to get a possession here before halftime. And then score and potentially get it again after halftime. And put together another scoring drive. Myles Garrett only half a sack. Yeah, I saw that. So now he's got 2 games to get a sack and break the record. He's definitely going to do it. I just wonder how many he's going to have, because we've seen him with 4 or 5 sacks in a game this year. So 1st and 10 here. Here's a run for Lamar Jackson, and he'll dive down after getting a 4. So 2nd and 7, they gave Lamar Jackson 3 on the first down run. From the 20-yard line, we'll hand it off here. Mitchell trying to turn the corner and get around the defender. He's able to make that guy miss, but he's knocked it bounce after it was a 5 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and long. I wish he would have sacked down 49 times. Wow. That'd be a lot. He's a player where you got to make sure you can get him on the ground, because otherwise he'll just keep extending the play and that'll make some kind of an insane throw downfield. The Ravens call a timeout here. Why would the Ravens call a timeout? He went out of bounds, so the clock would stop. I'm not completely sure, but they call their first timeout of the half with 1:16 to go in the second quarter. Oh, is Lamar Jackson hurt over on the sideline? Oh, looks like he is. Lamar Jackson's out of the game. And Tyler Huntley in at quarterback for the Ravens. So hopefully Lamar Jackson's okay. But Huntley in at quarterback. It's 3rd and 12. And let's see what he can do right off the bench. It's a quick throw to the flat on a screen. And trying to reverse the field here. And he'll get a decent pickup down to the 18-yard line. It's still well short of a first down. And brings up fourth down with 1:07 to go in the first half. The Patriots, they call the third and final timeout to stop the clock. But hopefully Lamar Jackson's okay. But it's now fourth down. And Tyro Loop comes in, the rookie from Arizona, to try to tie the game up with a 36-yard field goal. So 36 yards. And then kick from Loop right down the middle. So we're tied at 10 with 1:03 to go in the first half. And the Patriots still have exactly that, 1:03 and no timeouts to try to put a drive together. Lamar Jackson heads into the locker room for the Ravens. Not really sure what happened to him. But hopefully he's okay. Y'all still have the first overall pick. Hopefully, whoever your head coach is doesn't screw you over like Mayo did to us. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that potentially happening because they play the Raiders next week, who are awful. So, I think they really could win next week, and that would not be good. But I want that first pick and then go trade down with whoever is willing to give up the biggest offer. Titans won today. How is everything else looking in the draft currently? I don't know. Pull it up. Saints won also. Yeah, they've actually been playing pretty well. They've won 3 straight, I believe. Yeah, 3 in a row. Let's see. The top 5 right now is Giants, Raiders, Browns, Jets, Titans. And then the Saints, they have the 8th pick right now. They're 5 and 10. Alright, they're back from commercial here. Lamar Jackson is questionable to return. I didn't hear what they said the injury was. It's a back injury for Lamar Jackson. He is questionable to return. The Patriots, they got 1:03 to go in the first half. And they get the ball to start the second half. So they are out of timeouts right here. Let's see what they can do. And definitely plenty of time to try to put a drive together. Now Morgan Moses back in at right tackle for the Patriots. Left the game with an injury before. So he's back in. We got 1:03 to go in the first half. May in shotgun back to his right. May gonna look to throw. May pressured, rolling right. On the run. Drake May throws towards the 6. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 with 56 seconds left. Giants need to lose out. Yeah, they really do. A win here over the next 2 weeks definitely messes them up. They got the Cowboys week 18, so I'm not really too worried about that game. I really think they could win next week, which would definitely mess things up. Because then the Raiders have the first pick, and they could just take a quarterback right there. Because obviously they can definitely use one. May looks to throw. He throws the outside. That pass is caught at the 48-yard line. The Ravens 48 and a first down. Stopping the clock with 50 seconds left. Nice throw and catch right there. That's a really nice job to get those feet in bounds. So 1st and 10, 50 seconds from the 49. May gets pressured, throws underneath. That pass is caught by Diggs. Makes the guy miss, and Diggs is thrown out of bounds after a gain of 11. Stopping the clock with 43 seconds left. Ravens are also bad, and Browns. Yeah. I think the big part is needing a quarterback, though. Because if you're a team like the Browns, who might not necessarily take quarterback number 1, if they still like Shedeur Sanders, obviously, who knows? Maybe they want to give Deshaun Watson another chance when he comes back next year. But the teams who don't need a quarterback are going to be interesting, because you'll see if they want to trade down or what they want to do. Gain of about 3 here and a quick throw to Stephon Diggs. But yeah, the Raiders, they can definitely use a quarterback. The Browns, I guess, could use one. Obviously, it really depends what they think of Shedeur Sanders. And if they think he can be their guy or not. So 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. May throws underneath. That pass is going to be caught by Henry. But he stays in bounds. Gets taken down by Kyle Hamilton. The clock is now running 30 seconds to go. And it's 3rd and 2. So May to throw on 3rd down. May gets pressured. May lost the ball. Ball comes out and Ravens recover. Drake May fumbles. It's his 2nd turnover of the first half. And the Ravens have it with 16 seconds left. That is a huge turnover. Drake May fumbles. It gets knocked out by Washington. And the Ravens recover it. Wow. That's a big play by the Ravens defense. The 2nd turnover they forced. And this time they're finally able to get pressure on Drake May. And they're able to force him into a fumble. So they put a few seconds back on the clock, 19 seconds. And here's a quick throw underneath. Oh! What is Mark Andrews doing? He tries to lateral it backwards. It then gets recovered by the Patriots. As long as Andrews wasn't down first. And now they drop a flag where the ball was recovered. What just happened? Why would you throw it backwards in that situation? Alright, let's see. So we got 2 fouls in play, 1 by each team. We got roughing the passer. And then they're going to call a forward pass, an illegal forward pass thrown by Mark Andrews. So the foul's offset. Okay, the ball does go forward. It goes from the 40 to the 41. So the foul's offset. Still first down. The Ravens say, you know what? We're not going to take any chances, and they just take a knee right there. And that takes us to halftime. But a very interesting sequence to end the half. But it stays tied at 10. And the Patriots get the ball to start the second half. Hopefully Lamar is okay. I don't think it looks too bad. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible for Lamar Jackson, but I mean, you never know. It looks like it's the back injury. We'll see if he can come back. Get it? Back? I didn't realize I said that. Um. Yeah, we'll have to see if he can return. Answer your last after halftime. Oh, sorry, I completely missed that one. I saw it, and then I got distracted with the fumble and the penalties. But yeah, I'll answer that in 1 second. Let me just go use the bathroom, fill my water. I'll be back in a second, then I'll answer that question. All right, I'm back. But it's a 10-10 lead, or sorry, a 10-10 game at halftime between the Patriots and the Ravens, and the Patriots also get the ball to start the second half. All right, but your question here: if you get the first pick, what do you think they'll do? I mean, that is an interesting one. I've thought about this quite a bit. I hope they would trade it, but I mean, you never really know. I would like to see the Giants trade the first round pick if they end up getting the first pick. You can get a ton back for it. And I also don't really think there's a huge can't miss prospect in this year's draft. Now, I know a lot of people like Fernando Mendoza, and they think he could be a really good player, which, I mean, that's fine. But, like, the Giants don't need a quarterback, so let somebody else trade up for him. And just get as much as you can. Now, I'm not saying you're going to trade down to, like, 30, but just still get a good player. I mean, you stay top 5, top 10. You still get a really good player. And you can get a lot of draft capital back in return as well. I'm looking at a few mock drafts right now with what they have the Giants doing. A lot of them have them trading. We're going Arvell Reese at number 1. Which, I mean, I don't really know a ton about Arvell Reese. I mean, I know he's a really good player. I don't know if the Giants necessarily need him as another player to add to the front 7, which, I mean, the front 7 can definitely get better for the Giants. I'm not saying their front 7's amazing because they still can't stop the run. Even though they have a lot of good players in the front 7 where you would think they would be able to stop the run, even though they still can't. So, I mean, you got to find a way to improve the run defense somehow. But if it comes down to Arvell Reese or trading, I'd much rather trade the first pick. But as far as an updated score prediction goes for this game, I originally said the Patriots would win by a score of 26-20. And let's go. I'm going to stick with the Patriots, especially if Lamar Jackson might not play in the second half, as he's questionable to return. So let's go with the Patriots. And the updated score prediction, we'll say the Patriots by a score of let's go Patriots. Let's see, I'll give them like, let's say 24-13, 24-16, something like that. But we'll go over some stats from the first half. Starting off with player stats for the Patriots, Drake May went 15 of 20 for 178 yards, a touchdown, a pick, also lost a fumble. He also got sacked 3 times. Then on the ground for the Patriots, it wasn't pretty. Ramondre Stevenson 3 carries for 14 yards, Drake May 3 carries for 5 yards, and Travion Henderson 5 carries for 3 yards. And he also left the game with an injury. As a team for the Patriots, 11 carries, 22 yards. And then receiving for the Patriots, Stephon Diggs 4 for 72, Matt Collins 4 for 38. Austin Hooper a catch for 26. Kayshon Boutte 1 for 16. Hunter Henry 3 for 11 and a touchdown. Travion Henderson 1 for 9. Demario Douglas 1 for 6. And then for the Ravens, Lamar Jackson is 7 for 10, 101 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions or sacks. And Tyler Huntley completed his first pass for 7 yards. Then running the ball for the Ravens, Derrick Henry ran it 9 times for 56 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson 2 for 7. Keaton Mitchell 5 for 6. And Tyler Huntley 1 for a loss of a yard. That was just kneel down. And then receiving in the first half for the Ravens, you've got Zay Flowers 4 catches for 57 yards. Mark Andrews 1 for 18. Charlie Kolar also 1 for 18. DeAndre Hopkins 1 catch for 8 yards. Rasheen Ali, however you say his name, 1 catch for 7 yards. And Rashad Bateman 1 target but 0 catches. Let's see. How close are we till starting the second half? Looks like we still got a couple minutes. So we'll go over some team stats as well. First downs, Patriots had 12, Ravens had 10. Both teams were decent on third down, as the Patriots went 3 for 7, Ravens went 4 for 6. And the Ravens did not attempt the fourth down, the Patriots went 1 for 1. The Patriots outgained the Ravens 194 to 176, while the Patriots more efficient, 6.3 yards per play, compared to the Patriots 5.7. The Patriots more passing yards, Ravens more rushing yards. The Ravens 0 touchdowns and 1 red zone trip. The Patriots 1 touchdown and 2 red zone trips. Both teams 1 penalty for 5 yards and 2 turnovers for the Patriots, 1 for the Ravens. And then time possession 13-17 for the Ravens. 16-43 for the Patriots. I really don't know why I confuse the two so often today. It's not like they're even similar. It's not like they start with the same letter. They're pretty different. I still confuse them. But the second half, we'll start within the next couple minutes. It's a 10-10 game at the half. Lamar Jackson, obviously questionable to return with a back injury. We'll have to see if he comes out for the second half or not. Had to believe the Ratbirds. It's been pretty close so far. We'll see who wins the second half. But it's been pretty close. Patriots will get to start the second half. So the kick is away. And we start the second half. It'll be brought back from the 1 yard line. And on the return, the Patriots will cross the 25, get to the 29 before he's knocked down. So Drake May and the Patriots offense on the field at the 29 yard line to start the second half. Game tied at 10. Not a great first half for the Patriots offense with the turnovers. But otherwise, they moved the ball pretty effectively. So a first down, they actually did really got to the 30. May gonna look to throw. Throws the outside. It's caught by Diggs. Makes the guy miss. Makes another guy miss. And Diggs does a lot of dancing around just to gain 4. Zero's been in heavy effect today. Yeah, not so much in this game, but around the league I've definitely seen some questionable calls. That's for sure. Although they've obviously still got plenty of time to involve themselves here. So it's 2nd and 6. Pump fake for Drake May, and then he throws and bounces it to the intended receiver. So it's 3rd and 6. I don't know if that got tipped at the one or that was just a bad pass. So 3rd and 6 from their own 34. Megan looked to throw. And he throws outside. It is broken up, trying to get it to Stephon Diggs, but very tight coverage from Nate Wiggins. Gets knocked down. It's 4th down. So it'll be a quick 3 and out to start the second half for the Patriots offense. And the Ravens will get it right back. I mean, this could be a little bit better of a throw for Drake May. But it's still good coverage for Nate Wiggins. So it's the first punt of the day for the Patriots. And the play clock at 0 here. And the Patriots will take it away. So now the Patriots will punt it away. Backed up 5 yards. With Deontay Wester back deep to receive, the rookie from Colorado. So the punt is away. And Wester fields it on the bounce at the 21. Makes the guy miss. Wester weaving his way through traffic, getting to the 34. And that is where the Ravens will start for their first possession here in the second half. And it will be Tyler Huntley coming onto the field at quarterback. Seen action in 2 games this year for the Ravens. One of them was against the Bears, a game they won. But a first down for the Ravens on the 33-yard line. Henry is the back. They go I formation, and they'll hand it to Henry straight ahead. And Derrick Henry will barrel his way forward for about 5. And a very solid pickup to start the drive. Henry not super involved today, but he's been pretty good when he's run the football. So it's 2nd and 5. Huntley under center. And another handoff here to Derrick Henry, this time to the left side. Henry finding space, getting into the secondary, inside Patriot territory. Derrick Henry down to the 39-yard line. Nice run right there. And a big first down for the for the Ravens. Why do I keep doing that? They're not that similar, yet I still mix them up. But great blocking up front right there for the Ravens. And they're able to let Derrick Henry have a lot of space and a big pickup. Now we're running 11 times for 84 yards. Here's a toss to Mitchell, and he's got nowhere to go. He's taken down for a loss of 2 on the play. So it'll bring him 2nd and 12. So 2nd and 11, they actually only said they lost a yard there on first down. But it's now 2nd and long from the 40. Huntley in shotgun, Mitchell is the back. And Huntley fakes the throw to the outside, then fakes the handoff. Steps up, Huntley gets sacked. Back at the 47-yard line, Tyler Huntley goes down. And it's 3rd and long here for the Ravens. It's the first time we've seen a Raven quarterback get sacked today. Also known as the first sack of the day for the Patriot defense. But Huntley goes down, and it is 3rd and long here for the Ravens. So it's a 3rd and 18. Huntley looks to throw. Throws outside, caught by DeAndre Hopkins, but well short of a first down. He got about 9. But it still brings up 4th and 9. So they got 9 right there to make it a easier field goal try. Tyler Loop, rookie from Arizona, made his first from 36. This one from 56. And the kick for Loop is on the way, and it is no good. Came up short from 56. It was on line, just didn't have the distance. And it stays 10-10. I mean, he's got the leg to get it there. He's made it from over 60 before, multiple times. But that one comes up short. And it stays 10-10. So the Ravens, they get it closer. They get it closer for the field goal, but they still miss it. But the Patriots, they'll get the football back. And we'll see what they can do here for their next drive. I was going 3 and out on their first drive of the second half. And then that drive for the Ravens, 6 plays, 29 yards. 23 of those yards came on the run play for Derrick Henry. But it is not a great drive there for the defense, but was okay. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Actually, they just got back right as I said that. Drake May on the season. His largest, he threw for 175 yards per game last year, 255 this year. That is the largest increase from year 1 to year 2 since 1994. And he's also looking to become the first NFL player under 24 to lead the NFL in completion percentage since 1958. The Patriots, they run the football here to start this drive. And not much space, as Ramondre Stevenson gets it for about a yard. Drake May has fallen a little bit out of the MVP conversations. Hasn't been quite as good over the past couple weeks, but I mean, he's still been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL so far this year. So 2nd and 9. May off play action. Steps up. He throws underneath to Stevenson. And Ramondre Stevenson going to get to the outside, break a tackle. And he's still on his feet down to the 30-yard line. That's a nice play for Ramondre Stevenson. I did not think he was getting past that. He's able to get to the outside and stay in bounds. I did not expect him to be able to do that. Ramondre Stevenson now 38 total yards. So 1st and 10 from the 30. May, plenty of time. Now he's going to roll to his left. And May on the run. Pump fakes will just keep himself. And he'll pick up about 7 yards. Wow, the Patriots have a ton of guys injured right now. 5 players have gotten hurt in this game. Travion Henderson's been ruled out with a head injury. Joshua Farmer's ruled out with a hamstring injury. And they've also got Tonga, a defensive tackle, Charles Woods, a corner, and a right tackle, their 2nd string right tackle, all questionable return. May hands off, Stevenson goes nowhere and lost a yard. Yeah, Henderson ruled out. So that's not ideal. He's been great. But hopefully not a serious injury. So 3rd and 2. Empty backfield for Drake May. They'll just get the play off. The play clock winding down. May going to take a shot. Down the sideline at the end zone. It's off the hand of Ramondre Stevenson and incomplete. Just a little bit too far from Drake May. But Stevenson was able to get one hand on it, couldn't quite catch it. But almost a big play. But instead it brings up 4th and 2, and here's a 41-yard field goal for the Patriots to put them on top 13-10. We just saw the Ravens miss from 56. But this one from 41 for the Patriots is good. And they're up 13-10. So a decent drive there for the Patriots. They're able to get some points on a pretty long field goal. So definitely not as ideal as a touchdown, but they'll get points, they'll take the lead. And they're up by 3 with 7:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. That drive for the Patriots, 6 plays, 32 yards. They took 3 minutes off the clock. But we wait for them to come back from commercial as we after the field goal try for the Patriots. He still's been back. Hope everything's okay. For who? Henderson or Lamar? I mean, yeah, hopefully both players are okay. Bob's Travion Henderson out for the game. But the Ravens will get it back here, down by 3, with 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Alright, so they're finally back from commercial. Patriots set to kick it off. Ravens will get it back. So the kick is away. And another touchback. Patriots just consistently kicking the ball into the end zone. Really the only team to do that, because otherwise they're giving them the ball at the 35. So I'm not really sure why they're doing that right now. But apparently they are. Christian Gonzalez has allowed 3 catches when winding up against Zay Flowers today. That is ties the most catches he allowed when wound up against a single player this season. Handoff left side for Derrick Henry. And Henry going to gain 5 there on first down. So Huntley is still the quarterback for the Ravens, by the way. Still no Lamar Jackson since he got hurt late in the first half. So 2nd and 5. Huntley under center. And here's a handoff. Henry to the right side. And Derrick Henry stood up after getting a 4. And brings up 3rd and short. So 3rd and short. And we got a flag that comes in. It's going to be a false start against the Ravens. And it'll back them up 5. Take them from 3rd and inches to 3rd and 5. So that is not a good penalty right there. They called against Isaiah Likely. And it cost them 5. Makes his 3rd down a lot more difficult. Yeah, Likely does flinch, causing the false start. So it's 3rd and 5. Huntley in shotgun back to his right. Huntley looks to throw. Throws outside. It is... He catch that? Wow, what a catch by DeAndre Hopkins. No, they're going to say he was juggling it. And it's incomplete. Oh, he might have gotten both feet down. He was juggling it, but I think he got both down. One. I think it's going to depend when he possesses the ball. I think that's a catch. This is a really good catch for DeAndre Hopkins. He doesn't catch it initially, but he's got the ball right after. He bobbles it initially, then he pins it to himself where he's got possession. And he's got the 1 foot down already, and then he's able to drag the 2nd foot. That's a great catch for DeAndre Hopkins. This one should get overturned. But we will obviously see what they end up ruling, but I think this should be overturned. And they should win the challenge. But we wait for them to come back from commercial at the Alright, with the challenge for the Ravens. Hold on 1 second. Alright, they're back from commercial here. And they do reverse it. It is a completed catch for the Ravens. A great catch for DeAndre Hopkins. And it's a first down for the Ravens. Really nice throw and catch. Playoffs begin on January 10th. Yeah, that's exciting. It's really sooner than you think, though. It's crazy. I don't know how it's December 21st already. Boy. Yeah, that's definitely exciting. Going to be very interesting to watch the playoffs with how crazy this year has been. So, 1st and 10 here. Throw to the outside for Zay Flowers. And he'll make the catch for a gain of about 7. And a flag comes in at the very end. He got his face mask pulled. So it's a gain of 7, and then another 15. So it ends up being a total of 22 yards on the play. Nope, that is definitely a face mask. So 1st and 10 for the Ravens. And here's a handoff. Henry trying to get to the outside. Henry is really unable to turn the corner. Christian Gonzalez with a nice play. And Henry picks up about 3, maybe 4 in the play. But that was a really nice defensive play by Christian Gonzalez. Henry's trying to stiff arm, but he's able to knock he's able to knock Derrick Henry's arm down and take him down. Here's a flip to Zay Flowers on the end around, and Flowers with blockers on the outside. Flowers down the sideline, touchdown Ravens. Zay Flowers with a rushing touchdown, and the Ravens are back on top. About to be 17-13. A nice play right there, and Zay Flowers with a touchdown, and the Ravens with the first touchdown of the second half. They go 6 plays, 65 yards, take 3:08 off the clock. And a nice run. Great drive all around for the Ravens. And then here is Loop for the extra point. And it is good. 17-13, the Ravens take the lead with 4:35 to go in the third quarter. But a nice drive right there, as the Ravens go 65 yards in 6 plays. And they take the lead. They're now up by 4. So it is now 17-13 Ravens. But the Patriots, they'll get the ball back here now, down by 4. We'll see how they've responded. The offense has been decent for them. Nothing amazing. Turnovers have hurt. 2 of them on the day. But we'll see what they can do. 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Hold on 1 second. Just want to pull up the stats. That was an 18-yard touchdown run for Zay Flowers. And right now the Ravens are outgaining the Patriots 266 to 236. Ravens have also been great on third down. They're 5 for 8. Patriots 3 of 9. So they're back from commercial. Why are they kicking off from midfield? I am not exactly sure. But now the rule here, if you kick off from midfield, you want to kick it out of bounds, which is what they do. Because it's 25 yards from the spot you kick off from, where they get the ball. So if you're kicking off from midfield, it is then at the 25. It makes no sense. I really don't like these new kickoff rules, but that is what teams are doing. By the way, Patriots receiver Demario Davis is questionable with return. He's got a hamstring injury. May fumbles the ball here. He's forced to dive on it. Back to 18, and he's touched down. So it brings up 2nd and long. After it's not a clean handoff. May just loses it. So 2nd and 17, May looks to throw. dancing around, throws to the outside, caught by Henry. And Hunter Henry is taken down at the 30. Nice pickup right there, getting a lot of that yardage back. And makes it a much more manageable third down. As it's now 3rd and about 5. So 3rd and 5, Patriots are 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Nothing too crazy. Averaging 6.1 yards to go. This one right in that range as well. May looks to throw, gets pressured, escapes for now, rolling right. May on the run, throws, caught for a first down. A flag comes down. Kayshawn Booty makes the catch. It's a first down if it stands, a gain of 6. But let's see, the way everyone's reacting looks like offensive pass interference. And it is offensive pass interference. So he shoves Marlon Humphrey away, and it wipes off the 3rd down conversion, and after the penalty, it's now 3rd and 15. May steps up here on 3rd and long, throws over the middle, call for a first down. Patriots, they move to 6 anyway. Stephon Diggs makes the catch at the 44, and they move the chains on 3rd and 15. Nice play right there. Another nice play for Drake May. He's now up to 6 catches for 100 yards. Stephon Diggs, that is. May, play action, looks to throw. May all kinds of time. Gonna roll to his right. Throw underneath, it's tipped and incomplete. Trying to get it to Austin Hooper. But he got knocked down by Kyle Hamilton, and it brings up 2nd and 10. Just got enough of that to knock it away. So 2nd and 10 after the first down incompletion. May in shotgun. They bring Mac Hollins across the formation. May gonna look to throw. May gets pressure but throws up the seam. It's incomplete. Mac Hollins with a diving attempt at it. And it's 4th down. May got hit as he let that one go. That throw just slightly off from Drake May. But after back-to-back incompletions, it's now 3rd and 10. May looks to throw, gets pressured. May gets a throw off. That is incomplete. There was a receiver in the area to avoid grounding. And May has swallowed it up. That is not good. He looks okay. Oh, he got his ankle twisted a little bit. Left ankle. Looks like a twist on that sack. Hopefully, or on that hit. Oh, a fake punt. The Patriots fake it. Looks like they wanted to throw it. It doesn't work. They fumble the ball. It's not going to matter because the Ravens are going to have it there anyway. But they try to fake it, and it does not work. And it's going to be Raven football at the 43-yard line. I'm not sure why you would try to fake it right there on 4th and 10. They wanted to throw it here, but the guy was covered, and I mean, you also, that's not a good call on 4th and 10. Like, you can get in the ball quickly on, like, 4th and 3, that could work, but 4th and 10, he's not far enough downfield, you're not going to have enough time, and I don't really like that call. But the Ravens now have great starting field position, and Huntley the offense back on the field at the 46-yard line. And now a flag down as the Ravens take over. And they got a false start, so it'll back them up 5. They call it against the left tackle, Ronnie Stanley. And Lamar Jackson has officially been ruled out for the rest of the game with a back injury. He got hurt late in the first half. Huntley looks to throw here. Throws low, but caught by Flowers for a 14. And just short of a Baltimore first down. So it's 2nd and 1. And we got early movement again here. Looks like this can be against the right tackle this time. So it's another false start against the Ravens. Again, it backs them up 5. And brings it from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6. This time it's against right tackle Roger Rosegarden. That is the 5th penalty against the Ravens. Both teams 5 penalties, actually. Huntley hands off Keaton Mitchell to the right side. Mitchell trying to turn the corner, but he's knocked it out of bounds after getting just 4. Tyler Huntley so far for the Ravens, he's 5 for 5 for 54 yards. And the offense has actually moved the ball fairly effectively. So, I mean, even though Lamar Jackson's not out there, they really haven't lost a ton offensively. So 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Wait a minute, how is it still 3rd and 1? Didn't it just false start? But they go tush push with Mark Andrews. Oh, never mind. My bad. I completely forgot about the Keaton Mitchell run in between there. I don't know how I messed that up. But somehow I did. That false start made it 2nd and short. Or was on 2nd and short. Then they ran it. And that was 3rd down. So my bad. I don't know how I messed that up. But we enter the fourth quarter here. 17-13 is the score. Ravens lead. In a interesting game. We've seen some interesting stuff happen. But, I mean, going to be interesting to see what happens down the stretch here. We got a 4-point Raven lead. But we still wait for them to come back. And we'll have to see if the Ravens can get the win. I was going to say pull off the upset, but I think they actually might be the favorite in this game, so that wouldn't technically be an upset. Let's see. Yeah, the Ravens, they're actually a favorite here, so technically it wouldn't be an upset, though. I would think it would be one. But, I mean, either way, it would be a big win for the Ravens, and that would be back-to-back losses for the Patriots after winning 11 straight. Also, something very interesting, the Patriots, they won 11 straight, and the Broncos won 11 straight, but both teams' winning streaks ended at 11 games. Patriots last week, Broncos today. But we start the fourth quarter here. Huntley under center, and he hands it off to Derrick Henry. And Henry fights his way forward for 4 yards, and brings up 2nd and 6. After that one, Derrick Henry now has run for 100 yards, and a touchdown and 15 carries. Had a pretty nice game. So 2nd and 6. Ball on the 28. Huntley under center. Jackson is the back. And here's the toss. Henry to the left side. Gets blockers. Henry makes a cut. Getting inside the 20. Derrick Henry inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line. Another good run for Derrick Henry. And it sets the Ravens up 1st and goal. Nice block there on the outside as it would make a guy miss. And the Ravens have it 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. After a nice run for Derrick Henry. $22 yards on that one. 1st and goal from the 6. They give it back to Henry. Up the middle. Henry gets it down to the 2. Maybe the 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. I would not mind a Derrick Henry touchdown right here, as someone who's got him in fantasy. I know scored him before, that definitely helps. Right now I'm down by a point. 134 to 133 in the first week of the championship. Actually having a really good year. I was actually really surprised that I was able to make it to the championship because I think I started 1-4. I was not good at the start of the year. But I've made it here and I don't want to lose in the championship. Here's another handoff. Henry left side. He's in. Touchdown Ravens. Derrick Henry extends the lead for the Ravens, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that is a big touchdown because it puts him up 2 scores. Early in the fourth quarter, 12:50 to go. So Henry with his 2nd touchdown. And they're able to capitalize off the fake punt for the Patriots. That does not work out, as it's just a 45-yard touchdown drive on 7 plays. And here's a loop for the extra point to put him up by 11. And it is good. With 24-13, the Ravens lead the Patriots. Not looking great for the Patriots right now. Down by 11. And Derrick Henry also having a really nice game. But an 11-point game, Patriots really need points in this drive. Only 13 on the game. Only 3 here in the second half. They could really use some points right here. Hold on 1 second. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. An 11-point lead after the touchdown. Patriots really need to do something on offense here. Wonder what the season low in points is for the Patriots. The season low looks like it's going to be 13, which is back in week 1 against the Raiders. And they also scored 14 in week 3 against the Steelers. So 13 here would tie a season low for the Patriots if they stay where they are right now. The kickoff gets brought back to about the 28-yard line. And Drake May and the offense back on the field. So we'll see what they can do here. They really need to get some points. May off play action. Looks to throw here. May throws underneath. It is caught by Hunter Henry for getting about 6. And brings up 2nd and 4. Also, I'm going to go get a tissue. I'll be right back. So it's a 2nd and 4 here for the Patriots. May, off play action, looks to throw. May gets pressured, throws underneath here. Henry again. He slips, but has a first down and a pick up a 5. So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. May in shotgun back to his left. May gonna look to throw, pressured again, and he throws that pass, caught by Diggs. Another catch for him. Gain of about 8, maybe 9 yards, and it brings up 2nd and short. That time May had a free rusher in his face, but still able to get it away and have an accurate throw. I'm sorry, that was actually not Stephon Diggs. That was... I'm not sure who that was. 18 for the Patriots. I saw 8 and I assumed Diggs, but that was 18. Diggs goes in motion here, and here's a throw to the outside. Gain of about 6 and another 1st down. Matt Collins with the catch, and this has been a much better drive for the Patriots. 10:45 to go in the 4th quarter. The Patriots, they've had the easiest schedule in the NFL in the last 25 years. Coming into week 15, or through week 15. That's kind of crazy. May running around here and sliding after a game of 2. Again, he got pressured. Protection hasn't been great in the second half. First half was great. May had all kinds of time to throw, but now here in the second half, he's been under constant pressure. So it's 2nd and 8. May in shotgun. May gonna look to throw. This time he's got time. Lots of it. May throws underneath. It's caught by Stephon Diggs for a gain of 9. Another Patriot 1st down. This has been a much better drive. This is probably their best drive of the half so far. Ramondre Stevenson does a nice job picking up a blitzer right here and allowing Drake May to have time. After that catch, Stephon Diggs, 7 for 108. May is thrown for 275. May takes a shot downfield at the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Williams with the catch. What a throw. What a catch. And the Patriots are right back in it. Kyle Williams. With 9 minutes to go. Yeah, that's a catch. What a throw. What a catch. Kyle Williams. A huge catch for the Patriots. Puts them right back in it. And they're going to want him to go for 2 here. Try to make a field goal game. So 2-point attempt. Empty backfield for Drake May. Then they motion Stevenson to his left. May looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. May rolling to his right. Flips it underneath. Call for a touchdown. Or call for the 2 points. Although we got a flag down. Stevenson made the catch. But we'll see if it stands. Oh, it's defensive holding. So it will stand. The penalty is declined. And it's a 3-point game. A really nice drive right there for the Patriots. A great touchdown. Really good on both ends with the throw and the catch. And the Patriots are right back in it. It's now a 3-point game, still with 9 minutes to go. But that drive for the Patriots, they go 7 plays, 73 yards. And they take 3:49 off the clock. Really good drive. That is probably their best drive of the day. It's their longest drive of the day in terms of yards. Their other touchdown drive was 10 plays, 68 yards. But this was a really good drive. Just right down the field. What a resistance from the defense. And they went 6-yard pass, 5-yard pass. 9-yard pass, 5-yard pass, then a 2-yard scramble from May, a 9-yard completion, and then the 22-yard touchdown. But that was a really good drive, much needed there for the Patriots offense. And after that, that drive for Drake May, he's now over 300 yards passing, up to 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And it's actually his first 300-yard game of the season. Because that's something I remember seeing when we were watching the Patriots-Giants game a couple weeks ago on Monday night. Maybe more than a couple weeks ago at this point. But he was like top 5 in the NFL in passing yards, but he didn't have a 300-yard game. His closest was 295 or 296. No, 294. But now he's thrown for 300. It's his first 300-yard passing game actually of his career. Last year's high was 282, and this year his high was 296. That is a career high in passing yards for Drake May. His first 300-yard game of his career. You're just about to say that. Yeah, that's impressive. That a guy can be top 5, or in this case, top 6 in passing yards, but not have a 300-yard game. Although, I guess that is what happens when you consistently come out and throw for like 260 yards a game. As opposed to throwing for 350 one week, but like 200 the next, and then you throw for 275, and then you throw for 220, then you throw for 301. I guess it's a lot easier to keep racking them up when you're more consistent. But they're back from commercial here, 9:01 to go in the fourth quarter, a 3-point game. And the kick returned here for the Ravens from about the 2-yard line. And it is brought back to the 30 before he's taken down. Actually, he'll fly forward to the 31. But that is where the return ends. And the Ravens take over. Up by 3 with 8:52 to go. We've only seen one team in the AFC clinch a playoff spot so far. That's been the Broncos. The Patriots, a win here, will tie with the Broncos for the top seed in the AFC. And the Ravens, a win here would go a long way in helping them catch the Steelers for the division and potentially make the playoffs. Here's Tyler Huntley to throw. Wow! Almost picked off, but Christian Gonzalez comes flying in to knock it away. And it's 2nd and 10. Christian Gonzalez came out of nowhere to make a play on the ball right there. That's a great play. So it's now 2nd and 10. Huntley under center from the 31. And here they'll go to the ground. Keaton Mitchell trying to get to the outside. Makes the guy miss. Fights through another tackle. And he'll pick up 4 on the play. Makes it 3rd and 6. Derrick Henry's run the ball really well, though. Keaton Mitchell has not had a ton of space to run. So it's a 3rd down and 6. Big play right here. They're 6 of 9 on 3rd downs today. That is the Ravens. So Huntley in shotgun back to his left. Patriots bring a blitz. Huntley gets rid of it quickly. It's thrown to the outside and called for a 1st down. Hopkins makes the catch. A gain of about 7. And they move the chains. A nice throw and catch. From Huntley to Hopkins. A nice quick decision right there. get the ball out quickly, and a first down. DeAndre Hopkins today, 4 catches for 41 yards. They bring Zay Flowers in motion, and they'll go to the ground here with Keaton Mitchell. And again, he does not have much space, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. We had an injury update for the Patriots. Defensive tackle Tonga is out for the year, out for the game. Well, that would be bad if he's out for the year. But he is out for the game with a foot injury, I believe they said. And then for the Ravens, left guard Andrew Voorhees is questionable to return with a foot injury as well. Huntley looks to throw here, gets pressured, rolls left, and Huntley going to scramble here and he'll dive down for a gain of 3. But with the Voorhees injury, the Ravens are currently playing with the second string left guard. Patriots defense needs to step up, looking a bit trashy. The defense has not looked great. Last week or this week. Definitely could be a little bit better. So 3rd and 7. Huntley looks to throw. And that is a low throw called by Mark Andrews for a gain of about 4. But they only got about half of what they need. But 3rd down has been a problem for the Patriots defense. Last week, I believe the Bills converted 8 of 14. And the Ravens are 7 for 11 today. So it would be a lot easier for the Patriots if they can get off the field on 3rd down. So it's 4th and 4 here for the Ravens. They're going to keep the offense out there and want them to go for it. Let's see if they actually snap this. From their own 49. Play clock winding down. And we got a flag that comes in. The Ravens are convinced the Patriots move, but it's going to be a false start. I didn't see the Patriots jump off sides at all. So I think false start is the right call. So yeah, the guy did flinch just barely, but he never came into the neutral zone, so that is the right call. The Ravens will punt. With 5:12 to go in the 4th quarter. So the Patriots will get it back. And we'll see what they can do. Down by 3. Marcus Jones, a very dangerous returner. Back deep to receive. Brought one back for a touchdown a few weeks ago against the Giants. So it's 4th and 9. The punt away cleanly. And Jones lets it bounce at about the 12. Or sorry, the 13. And it is down at the 11-yard line. So a pretty good punt right there. Patriots backed up pretty deep inside their own territory. As they take over with 5:02 to go in the 4th quarter. Down by 3. But let's see what the offense can do this time for the Patriots. Obviously, great drive on their last possession. Going 73 yards in 7 plays. But let's see if they can carry that over into this drive. Or if the Ravens defense will step up and get a stop. I believe the Ravens had a similar situation to this last week. Late in the game where they couldn't get a stop. Or sorry, 2 weeks ago. Against the Steelers. That was. Alright, so it wasn't really late in the game. But it was late in the third quarter. The Steelers scored that touchdown with 3:30 to go in the third quarter, which ended up putting the Ravens down by 11. And they were unable to come back. Ended up losing 27-22. Who do you think will win Defensive Player of the Year? Myles Garrett. Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if it's not him. The year he's having, it has been insane. He's probably going to break the sack record. And, yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if it's not Myles Garrett. I think I saw it the other day. He's like the heavy favorite to win it. Yeah, he's got 22 sacks, or 21 and a half, 3 forced fumbles. I mean, he's like the only thing that makes the Browns even watchable. Yeah, he's definitely Defensive Player of the Year. Although I think Defensive Player of the Year is really the only one to really be like decided right now. I feel like there's still some there's still some awards that can definitely go either way. Like there's MVP, like you would think it's Stafford at this point, but I mean still stuff can change the final 2 weeks. You never know. But Defensive Player of the Year is really the only walk I would think at this point. 1st and 10 here. May throws downfield. Caught by Mac Hollins to the 32-yard line. A nice throw and catch. A gain of 21 there to start the drive. It's 4:45 to go. I wish he'd go to another team. Guess the money was more important. Yeah, I mean, he said he wanted to go play for a good team and have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And then the Browns come in, they're like, how about $40 million? He's like, okay. May off play action here, set with the screen for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll gain 3. Yeah, I'd love to see Myles Garrett play for a winning team. I mean, imagine him in the playoffs. That'd be crazy. I mean, it really seemed like that could have happened. Like there was rumors the Lions might want to trade for him, or the Packers. I was the Packers ended up getting a big pass rusher, but it didn't end up happening. And I guess the money was more important. Here's a throw over the middle for Stephon Diggs. Another 1st down for the Patriots. Drake May has thrown for 345 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. From the 44, May looks to throw once again. Gets pressured. May gets tripped up, keeps his balance, goes way downfield, and that pass is caught by Kayshon Boutte, and then the ball comes free. Is that a catch? No, they're going to rule incomplete. And Boutte is still down. I'm not really sure how that's not pass interference. Yeah, Boutte never has this. Now, I definitely think you can call pass interference right there. I mean, Marlon Humphrey's the guy in coverage. He's like all over him. Yeah, that should be interference. And I'm usually in favor of just letting him go and letting him play, but I mean, that one probably should have been pass interference, considering he was kind of getting tackled. I would be okay with him going to any team but the Bills. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Don't want him going to a division rival. I mean, as it is, you guys played him one time and he had 5 sacks. May throws outside here. Pass is caught for a gain of about 8 on the play. Austin Hooper makes it 3rd and short. But yeah, Myles Garrett's one of those defenders where you want to see him as little as possible because he can just take over a game. But a 3rd and 2 here, 3:05 to go. May in shotgun, Stevenson to his left. May, quick throw on the slant. It is knocked down, incomplete. Trying to get to Williams, who caught the touchdown before, but Nate Wiggins with a nice play on the football, and it's 4th and 2. And now you got a decision right here if you're Mike Vrabel. Patriots kind of lucky that wasn't picked. But it's 4th and 2. The Patriots will keep the offense out there and go for it. May in shotgun back to his right. May gonna look to throw. Outside, it is caught by Diggs. How did that get caught? With Stephon Diggs down the 30-yard line. Wow. I have no idea how that got caught. I thought that was getting knocked down. One Raven defender made a diving attempt at it. But it got caught. And Diggs cuts upfield. He got about 15 to 20 yards. Wow. That was so close getting knocked away. Stephon Diggs had 9 catches for 138 yards. Made a throw again here from the 27. Rolling right. Thrown to the flat. And it's called by Mac Hollins for getting about 6. I don't want him on the Bills because they'd make their defense better. And their defense has been pretty trash this season. Yeah, their defense been pretty disappointing. Although I do think they have one of the better pass defenses, at least numbers-wise. But then whenever they play a good quarterback, they seem to get destroyed through the air. So I'd agree. Their defense, not great. I mean, they're not one of the worst in the NFL, like the Cowboys or Bengals, but definitely not one of the better defenses in the league. There's a handoff. Stevenson to the right side. Getting into the secondary. Stevenson into the end zone. Patriots touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson puts the Patriots back on top with 2:07 to go. And a huge run right there. And the Patriots take the lead. They go 9 plays, 89 yards right down the field. And that is back-to-back really nice touchdown drives for the Patriots. And Stevenson puts them up by 3, about to be 4, after the extra point with 2:07 to go. And here is the extra point. And it is good. 28-24. The Patriots take the lead with just over 2 minutes left. From down 11 to up 4. In just a few minutes. But it is a really nice run there for Ramondre Stevenson. And the Patriots back on top. I'm glad Stevenson's finally worked on his ball security. Yeah, I mean, that was always a big problem with him, the fumbles, but it's been better. No fumbles for him today. Watch me say that and it'll fumble next drive. The Patriots' last win when trailing by 11 plus points in the fourth quarter was the Super Bowl against the Falcons, when they were down 28-9 in the fourth quarter. They're obviously down 24-13 here today. The kickoff here going to be fielded at the 13, and on the return, we'll bring it back to the 31. So the Ravens have all 3 timeouts. Both teams actually with all 3 timeouts. And wow, this is a crazy stat. Well, I'll get back to that in a second. But the Ravens, they've lost 11 games, leading by at least 7 points in the fourth quarter. And that is the most points by a team in a 5-year span. That's crazy. 11 games in the last 5 years when you've led by at least 7 in the fourth quarter. Here's a swing past the outside. That is not doing anything. They're going to lose about 5 yards on the play. And brings up 2nd and long. Although we do have an injured Patriot down the field. But hopefully he's okay. Looks like Carlton Davis as the injured player. Great comeback for the Patriots. Yeah, really. I mean, they were down by 11 with how much time left? They went down by 11 with 12:50 to go. And at that point, the offense done pretty much nothing in the second half. Then back-to-back touchdown drives. And they're back on top. It's been a great comeback. I feel a lot better about our game now. Yeah, I mean, if the Patriots, they play like this, I definitely think the Packers could beat them next week. It's still not going to be an easy game for the Packers, but that's a game pretty close to 50-50, I'd say. Huntley looks to throw here, has time, throws underneath for Zay Flowers, makes the guy miss. Flowers lost the ball. It's recovered by the Patriots. The Patriots have it at the 37. Zay Flowers fumbles, and the Patriots have it with 1:48 to go. Wow, that is a bad fumble right there for Zay Flowers. That's the 2nd turnover of the game for the Ravens, the 5th combined between the two teams. Now, the Ravens do have all 3 timeouts, so do the Patriots. So the Ravens can get this ball back, but they need to force a 3 and out. And that's a great play. One of the linemen comes back, punches at the football. And Flowers fumbles and puts the Patriots with great field position on the 36. Handoff up the middle here for Ramondre Stevenson. He's got to make sure he doesn't fumble right here. Whole gain 4. I want to know more about this Henderson injury, or injury to Henderson. Yeah, I don't even know what happened to him. I just know he's got a head injury. That's about all I know. And he's been ruled out for the game. I mean, you would think concussion, but you don't know. Because they probably just say concussion. But yeah, hopefully it's not a serious injury. Concussion, no doubt. Yeah, probably, but I mean, why not just say concussion then? Why would they have to write head injury? But it's a 2nd and 6 here. Handoff, Stevenson to the right side. Going to get to the outside. Stevenson has a first down, and he goes down inbounds, keep the clock running, and that should do it. The Patriots call their next... Oh, sorry, the Ravens call their second timeout. With a minute 35 to go. I mean, there might be a chance they can get the ball back with like 5 seconds left. There's not going to be much time if they get it back at all. So May under center here. Looked like they were going to go victory formation. And they actually will just take a knee, despite not going victory formation. Not sure what that's about. The big question is, what other type of head injury is there in football? I have no idea. That's why it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'll look it up in a second if there's any update on him, but as far as I've seen, just a head injury. But the Ravens just called their third and final timeout, by the way. So they're now out of timeouts. And May takes another knee. Well, hold on. The clock is stopped for some reason. The ref came in waving his arms to stop the clock. Oh, because prior to the play, the Ravens took a timeout. Sorry, Patriots took a timeout before the play. They're first. Patriots, they'll clinch a playoff spot with a win or a tie. It's looking like a win. But 2nd and 14, the Patriots... Oh, I don't think they wanted to take a knee right there. That's the thing. So May's going to keep this in the option, going to run it himself. Drake May has a first down, and he'll slide inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. And that will do it. The Patriots knew they couldn't run out the clock just taking a knee. So they run Drake May in a read option. Ravens not expecting it. And May runs for a first down, and it seals the game. But I'm looking for the Henderson injury. Don't really see anything else. Just seems like he's got a head injury, most likely a concussion. I'm sure we'll find out. But the Patriots, they take a knee, and that will do it. They beat the Ravens 28-24. They clinch a playoff spot. Now, I don't know if this clinches the East or not. They probably would have said that instead of just clinch a playoff spot, but they're in a great spot for the AFC East if they didn't clinch it right here. You know, I don't think they clinched the East because the Patriots, they're now 12-3. What are the Bills? They're 11-4, right? Yeah, the Bills are 11-4, so they can't clinch the East yet. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Good call back. Good call. Nice comeback with Patriots. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Same to you as well. Glad you enjoyed it. But 28-24 is the final score. Patriots beat the Ravens and clinch a playoff spot. And for the Ravens, they're not eliminated from playoff contention because they still have a chance to win the division. But it's also not looking great. Because the Steelers, they beat the Lions today. First time the Lions have lost back-to-back games in a while. I think since 2022. But the Ravens, they're now 7-8. The Steelers are 9-6. So I'm pretty sure the Ravens need to win out. That would put them at 9-8. And the Steelers need to lose out. And now put them at 9-8. So yeah, the Ravens need to win out, beating the Packers and Steelers. And the Steelers need to lose to the Browns and Ravens, which seems pretty unlikely against the Browns. The Steelers always seem to have trouble with the Browns, so you never know. Like last year, I'm pretty sure the Steelers beat the Browns, or the Browns beat the Steelers in Cleveland. Yeah, they beat them 24-19. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Going back, so since 2021, or the 2020 season, the Browns, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games against the Steelers. So since 2021, or the 2021 calendar year, the Browns are 5-6 against the Steelers. That might not be as easy as you would think for the Steelers, because they always have trouble with the Browns for some reason. So, I mean, you never know. But, final score, 28-24. If Patriots lose their next two and Bills win the East. Yeah, I figured that out once I saw the records. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, final score 28-24. A nice comeback by the Patriots, coming back down 11 in the fourth quarter to end up winning. But that is where I'm going to end today's stream. I'll be live tomorrow for Monday Night Football between the Colts and the 49ers. We get to watch old man Phillip Rivers play football. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And I'll see you guys in the next video.